It appears that the Confederates are in a state of panic about the Antiguan revolt. I'm picking up a high number of Confederate transmissions going back and forth between their outposts and their headquarters on Tarsonis. Most of the transmissions are heavily coded, but wait, here's something.
There's a General Duke calling from Alpha Squadron flagship Norad II. We've crash-landed and are being hit hard by the Zerg. Request immediate backup from anyone receiving this signal. Repeat, this is a Priority 1 distress call.
Zerg? Here? Serves them right. About time they got a taste of what it's like to be in there mixing it up.
Jim, I want you to move in and save that base.
I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
Arcturus, have you lost your mind?
Listen, I know Duke's a cold-hearted bastard, but an entire colony shouldn't have to suffer for that. Besides, a Confederate general could prove to be a powerful ally. This is an opportunity we cannot miss.
I don't like this at all.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm asking you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's get this over with.
Alright, we gotta save our old buddy, General Duke.
Yes, sir?
I told you it was gonna be an interesting ally choice. So yeah, the way we start out this mission is, look, we got ambushed. Oh look, here's the base they established somehow. This is also where we get introduced to burning Terran buildings and how once they hit the red, they're gonna burn down unless you fix them to yellow. This is like the one thing for Terrans, because Protoss buildings also burn, but they don't burn down, and Zerg just heals itself. Zerg is stupid.
Go ahead, Commander. This should be good. If we're doing this, we better hurry. That ship won't last long against those Zerg.
So yeah, here you want to get your Marines inside the bunkers right away, because you don't want to lose those units. And then Goliaths, you want to keep them on hold so they don't go up the ramp or close to the edges and trigger some of the sunken colonies that surround them. You also want to get your economy up as soon as possible because you want to repair some of those Goliaths. Even though you have the Marines in the bunkers, when units usually pop out of the ground, because, you know, they were there all along, or Zerg, they just burrow, charge in there, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, if there's no Goliaths, they'll start targeting the ship, as well as the bunker, and you don't want to lose that ship, because you don't want to lose the mission.
Good to go, sir. Affirmative. I can't build there.
So yeah, it's a little hard to get your economy going in this one, because you start with two SCVs, and you need to start doing repairs right away on certain stuff. You don't need to repair it all the way to green health, but you know, you actually need to get shit out of red health, like the engineering bay was burning down, so you need to get that going to at least yellow, and like one of your bunkers is also burning down. So you might want to repair that. I also set up a mine on the left side of the map, so that way you don't get attacked by any surprise Zerglings, because they'll come from all three of those areas where the two bunkers are right now, and then a third one right here where I'm building it. There's another spot where they'll come in and attack.
SCV, good to go, sir.
But yeah, once you get your your gas going, you might want to repair your Goliaths right away, because as you can see, the attacks are just non-stop, and they get targeted first, and that just means that's good, because you don't want them to attack the Norad II ship.
Let's move.
Yeah, here I fucked up a little bit. I left this in because it was kind of funny. I put that mine there to protect the area, and it did its job. However, it got too close to the Zerglings, which were in melee range for the Goliath, and it blew our own Goliath up. Yeah, that's the downside of mines. So yeah, here we start building our stuff for our offense. So we need a ComSat station, because we're gonna take an alternate route towards attacking the Zerg. Normally, what the game wants you to do is go all the way around, like up north, then right, and then down into the Norad II. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand in this little corner, scan the area, and oh look, there's a spore colony and there's a Mutalisk. But why we're doing this is because we're gonna drop into this area and just cut straight across. It's less harmful on your resources, even though you get decent amount of minerals, but it's also, you know, that way you're not losing as many units as you normally would going the normal route, which is infested with a bunch of Zerg, I think a full Zerg base, which is the blue Zerg, and a bunch of sunken colonies, which means you would lose a lot of Marines, or if you're using Goliaths, because this is the first mission you get to use a Goliath in, you would lose either Goliaths or a lot of minerals in repairing those Goliaths. Now one thing I don't know if you're noticing is, because we're shooting up from the ground, from the lower ground, we are missing some of our shots, and that's a thing in this one, in this game. Even though you have line of sight, like what the scan revealed, there's still that missed chance. It's a bit weird. I didn't know about it until a couple years ago, and it explains a lot. But yeah, they're Marines. They have like 3 attacks per second. It's like 1, 2, 3, and yeah, you miss one, doesn't matter because you're still hitting for a lot. You're a Marine and you're OP. Yeah, get out of here, Zerg. We don't need you. So while we're preparing for our drop, we're gonna use our last mine here to fend off some of these Zerg, and yeah, get our dropships building. Once you have your dropship, you wanna lift up and yeah, start attacking these spore and sunken colonies. Here you want to use a full dropship, just because as you see, as soon as you drop, the sunken colony starts attacking your Marines. And one full squad of Marines and a dropship is more than enough to take that one out while you get reinforcements going. So yeah, now that we have the second squad in there, we can go on more of an offensive attack and get rid of this second colony, so we can clear out the spore colonies and the Mutalisk and what are these little things called? The Scourge. Because those are suicide units and they do a lot of damage to air units. As you saw by the cinematic that took down the whole Norad II by just a couple of Scourge. I don't know why the Guardians were right next to them, because they can only attack ground, but hey, they look menacing, right? This is in an era before Devourers, which were the air version of what Mutalisk could evolve into, like Guardians, but those don't matter for now. That's for later. So here you wanna target individually the Scourge, because you don't want them to fly away, and then when your dropships come in, they're just like, oh hey, look, new targets. Clear out the remaining spore colonies, get more reinforcements, and eventually we can load up the dropships with Raynor and finish the mission. As you can see, the Zerg's still trying to break down our defenses, but it's not going to happen. Not in this one, anyways. And yeah, that should be good enough. With all that cleared, that should be good enough for you to get your dropships into the area where you need to go. I killed these last set of Scourge. 1, 2, 3. Should be good to go.
Yes, sir.
Calling online.
So yeah, we load up this final Marine who was waiting for his turn, and then we load up Raynor on the other ship for no reason.
Orders received.
This is Jimmy.
Destination in transit.
And yeah, start making our way downtown. Walking fast.
Destination.
Whoa.
Base is under
Yeah,
attack.
I thought I was in the clear, but that spore colony kind of hit us by surprise. And it started hitting the ship that we exactly didn't want hit. And here we go. We're done.
You're about the last folks I expected to show up. What's your angle here, Minsk?
Our angle? I'll give you an angle, you slimy Confederate piece of
Jim, enough. I'll handle this. The Confederacy has fallen apart, Duke. Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up? I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Join forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Edmund.
All right, Mengsk. You got a deal.
You've made the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake now.
And mission complete. Yay! We now have General Duke. And he has his old job anyways. He's still a general. So yeah, pretty easy mission. Not too hard. Next one, however, we get introduced to siege tanks. That'll be fun.